look at a dog and think, whoa, four-legged bodyguard right there.
Yeah, that's the Cane Corso pretty much.
But today,
Very intimidating.
we're going deeper than like the muscles in that look. You know? You want the real deal on Cane Corsos.
Right.
Are they all bark and bite?
Okay.
Or more heart than hype?
Sure.
We're going to find out.
You came to the right place.
Let's do it.
We've got articles, breed guides, even like training manuals, all prepped
Training manuals go.
to give you the real picture of these pups.
Okay, I'm ready for some myth busting. Hit me with it.
All right, so one study we found put Cane Corsos through the American Temperament test.
I've heard of that. That's the one
Yeah.
that's like how well a dog
Oh,
handles
it's different situation.
different people.
Different people, yeah.
Okay. Sounds pretty intense for a pup.
It is. It is. So how'd they do?
So how'd they do?
I'm nervous.
88% of Cane Corsos passed.
Wow. That's right up there with golden retrievers.
No way, which, let's be honest.
Golden retrievers are like the good temperament dogs.
They are like the poster pups for it.
Get out here.
I know.
That's wild. I mean, they have that whole intimidating thing down.
Yeah, they do.
So where's the disconnect?
Right.
Why the beware of dog rep?
So it's all about context.
Okay.
Cane Corsos, they were bred to be guardians. We're talking like centuries.
Centuries, wow.
Going back to Roman times of being bred to protect.
Oh, wow.
So they're loyal.
Right.
They're watchful.
Yeah.
Maybe even a little wary of strangers.
That makes sense.
Which are traits that in the wrong hands or without training can get blown out of proportion.
Totally, totally. It'd be like hiring a bodyguard who's like never been trained.
Exactly.
All instinct, no off switch.
Yeah.
Like chaos, right?
Exactly. And that's where understanding their history is so important.
Because it's not about making excuses for the dog.
Right.
But it is about understanding that, like, these dogs have this in them.
Right. It's how they're wired.
Yes, this drive to protect. So channeling that into being a great family companion.
Right.
That's where responsible ownership comes in.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And that actually brings us to training, which I'm seeing this everywhere.
Right.
In these sources, it's like, it's not just sit and stay.
No, not even close. Think of it like you don't want a bodyguard who, like, only sometimes listens.
Right, exactly, exactly.
They need that firm but fair guidance, that structure.
Yeah.
It's how you build trust with a dog that is hardwired to protect.
Right.
So turning those instincts into obedience and a bond with their owner.
It's like you're working with them, not against them.
Exactly.
Okay. That makes sense. And a huge part of that seems to be like starting early.
Yes.
I'm seeing like all these sources are like early socialization for Cane Corsos, like so important.
Yes. And when they say early, they mean early.
Like puppyhood.
Puppyhood. They need to be exposed to everything.
Okay.
Sights, sounds, smells, people of all ages.
Right, right.
Other dogs, you name it.
So they don't grow up thinking everyone outside their little bubble is like a threat.
You got it. It's about building their confidence and comfort levels.
Okay.
So instead of that stranger danger, it's more like, okay, new person, but we've got this.
Yeah, yeah. My human is chill.
Exactly.
We got this.
Exactly.
I love that. So creating those good associations early on.
Yes. Yes.
So they can tell the difference between a real threat and like the mailman.
Yes, precisely. It sets them up to be those well-adjusted dogs they can be.
This is fascinating. I'm learning so much.
Good, good.
And you know what else I found interesting?
Right.
One source was talking about how Cane Corsos form these like super strong attachments
Yes.
to their families.
They really do.
Almost like they have this sixth sense for their humans' emotions.
It's true. They're like furry mood rings in a way.
Right.
One minute, they're all business. The next minute, they're snuggled up on the couch with you. They're Velcro dogs.
Okay, hold on. We got to unpack that. But first, I want to like recap a little bit for our listener.
Yeah.
Because we're throwing a lot of info at them.
We are. We are.
So far, we've learned that Cane Corsos are surprisingly even-tempered.
Yes.
But their history means they need a special kind of owner.
Right.
Someone who's like really dedicated to training, socialization, really understanding what makes this breed tick.
Absolutely. Owning a Cane Corso is a commitment.
Yeah.
It's not just a fashion statement. You're ready to meet their needs.
Right.
You know, they're not just physical, they're mental, they're emotional.
Right. And that actually reminds me, there was another theme in these sources that I want to make sure we hit.
Okay.
Anxiety.
Yes.
I feel like a lot of people hear, like, guard dog.
Right.
And they just think, oh, brave, fearless. But anxiety's real.
It's huge. And it's not just about a dog being sad.
Right.
Untreated anxiety can trigger some intense behaviors.
Yeah, yeah. Especially with that protectiveness, right?
Especially with a Cane Corso. Yeah.
Okay. So we're not just talking about, like, a dog hiding during a thunderstorm.
Not necessarily, no. It can be a lot of things.
Okay.
Pacing.
Okay.
Barking, like a lot.
Yeah.
Destructiveness.
Oh, wow.
Even what might look like aggression.
Right, because they're on high alert.
Yes, all the time. And that can lead to some not so great reactions.
So it's like if a Cane Corso's always on edge, that guarding instinct gets stuck in overdrive.
Yes.
Even when there's no threat.
Exactly. Imagine a bodyguard.
Right.
Who's constantly mistaking, like, a handshake for a weapon.
You got to address that.
Exactly right. Same thing here.
Right.
Recognize the signs.
Right.
Help them de-stress.
Yeah.
Maybe work with a vet.
Yeah.
Or a behaviorist.
It's all part of being a good owner. And it's not just about preventing, like, aggression or anything. It's about making sure your dog is happy and healthy.
Right, exactly.
Right.
A calm Cane Corso is a happy Cane Corso.
I love that. That's what we want.
That's what we want. But it takes work.
Yeah.
And it takes understanding, and it takes knowing what you're getting into before you get one of these amazing dogs.
Which, let's be real, that's why we're doing this whole deep dive.
Exactly.
We're giving you the knowledge, the insights, so you can make the best decision for you and for the dog.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Knowledge is power.
Yes, it is.
Especially with dogs.
So we've talked about anxiety, which can be, like, a big deal for any dog.
For sure.
But with Cane Corsos, you add that protectiveness.
Right.
Seems like owners really need to, like, be on top of that.
Absolutely. It's huge. And you know what? That actually ties into another big question that we saw in the research, which is Cane Corsos and kids.
Right.
I mean, we're talking about...
Because a puppy nip from, like, a small dog is one thing.
Yeah.
But with a bigger dog...
Right. A Cane Corso.
Yeah. The stakes are higher.
Yes.
So for parents wondering... Like, is this dog good with my kids?
Totally. It's a big question.
What did our sources say about that?
So good news is a lot of it overlaps with what we already talked about.
Okay.
It's those core things.
Like what?
Early socialization training, and then, like, a deep understanding of your dog.
Right.
Like, those are non-negotiables when kids are involved.
It's like taking everything we've learned.
Yeah.
And, like, turning it up to 11.
Right. Exactly. Think of it this way.
Okay.
A Cane Corso who grows up around kids, used to their energy, their, like, random movements.
Right. Kids are unpredictable.
They're going to be way better at handling those interactions calmly.
Instead of being like, tiny human, gotta protect it.
Exactly. It's all about those positive associations from day one.
Right.
Those kids. They're part of the pack, not a threat.
Part of the family.
Yes, exactly.
Oh.
But it doesn't stop there.
Right.
That's where training comes in, and not just, like, basic stuff.
Okay, yeah. So we're talking about, like, leave it.
Yes.
Stay.
Yeah.
Like a really good recall where you know they're going to listen.
Absolutely. A bulletproof recall.
Yes.
Because you can't always control what a kid's going to do, right?
Well,
they might get too close to the dog, not understand boundaries.
Right. They don't know any better.
Exactly. So you as the owner... being able to rely on that training, that can be so important.
Like the difference between a near miss and something bad happening.
Exactly.
And it's not about, like, being mean to the dog, right?
No, not at all.
It's about that bond trust that you've built.
Yes.
With positive reinforcement.
Exactly. So your Cane Corso knows you've got their back.
Right. My human's got this.
Right. They can relax and just enjoy being part of the family.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
And this is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
A lot of the sources highlighted you got to train the kids, too.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So it's not just on the dog to adapt to the kids. It's like teaching the kids how to be respectful little humans.
100%. Because even with a well-trained Cane Corso, you can't expect, like, a little kid to get dog body language or personal space.
This is my bubble.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's on us, the adults.
So it's teaching them to, like, approach calmly.
Yes.
Pet gently.
Yes.
Give the dog space when they need it.
You got it. It's about setting everyone up for success.
Right. The dog, the kids.
Everyone, exactly.
Everyone wins.
And isn't that what we want? A good relationship where everyone feels safe and happy.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay, so we covered
a lot.
A lot.
We did.
From like ancient history of Cane Corsos to like modern day anxiety.
Right.
Kids.
Is a lot.
But you know me, I got to ask about the fun stuff.
Okay.
Like, what are Cane Corsos like when they're not, you know?
When they're not working.
Yeah, when they're not working, when it's playtime.
You might be surprised, actually. Don't let that serious face fool yas.
Oh.
Cane Corsos, they're big goofballs at heart. They've got this playful side that comes out with their people.
Oh, it's like you got to earn your way in to see that.
It's true, but once you do, they love to play. They love to cuddle. They make you feel like you're like the only person in the world.
I love that.
That's that Velcro dog thing.
Yeah, we got to circle back to that.
They just want to be close.
Which probably explains why owners are always talking about how affectionate their Cane Corsos are.
Oh, for sure.
It's like 1 minute they're guarding the house.
Yes.
Next minute they're snuggled up with you.
Yes, that's the Cane Corso. They're full of contrasts.
They're like belly rubs, please.
Yes. It's that duality, you know. They're perceptive.
Okay.
They pick up on cues, body language.
Right.
But they also need an outlet for all that energy.
Right. We got to talk about exercise.
Oh, yes.
You can't forget that. This is not a dog for like a tiny apartment.
No, not unless you're ready for a very energetic roommate.
Yeah. They were bred to like hunt boars.
They've got stamina for your days.
Long walks.
Yes.
Hikes, games of fetch, all that good stuff.
Exactly. And mental exercise, too.
Oh, right. Because we talked about how smart they are.
They're smart dogs. A bored Cane Corso is not going to be a happy camper.
Probably going to get into some trouble.
Yes, exactly. Engage their minds just as much as their bodies.
Okay, so for our listeners who are like, okay, I want one.
They're hooked.
But like, where do I start? What's step one?
Well, it all starts with
research.
Research, yes. You got to do your homework. We're talking like reputable breeders, not just
anybody.
Someone who's got like a cute litter of puppies and a website.
Right, exactly. Because
gotta be careful.
Our sources had a lot to say about what makes a breeder responsible.
Yes.
Especially with Cane Corsos.
Especially with this breed, yes.
Give it to me straight. What should I be looking for? Like red flags, green flags.
Think of it like this.
Okay.
A good Cane Corso breeder.
Yeah.
They're not just letting any two dogs have puppies.
Right.
They're being careful about it. Right.
Yeah.
They're selecting for temperament.
Okay.
For health.
Right.
Like all those things that make a good dog.
So it's not an accident, right?
No, they're really thinking about it, you know?
Yeah.
They care about the breed.
They're not just churning out puppies.
Exactly.
To make a quick buck or something?
They want what's best for the dogs.
That's what you want, yeah.
So they should be transparent, happy to answer questions.
Okay.
Honestly, they should be asking you questions, too.
Oh, for sure.
It's like a two-way street.
Yeah, totally.
Because they want to make sure you're a good fit, too.
Right, like it's not just about me getting a dog.
Right, exactly.
It's about them.
It's about the dog.
Finding a good home,
They want to make sure you're ready for this.
Right.
You understand what Cane Corsos need.
Because it's not just a dog.
It's not just a dog.
It's a lifestyle, right?
It's a commitment, yeah, for sure.
Wow, okay, that's really resonating with me.
Good.
And speaking of, like, you know, clicking with a dog.
Okay.
You know those Velcro dog tendencies?
Yeah.
It seems like Cane Corsos really, like, turn on the charm when they bond with their people.
They're very affectionate.
I read one owner called their Cane Corso, like, their shadow with a heartbeat.
Oh, wow. I love that.
Like, no personal space, but, you know.
But in a good way.
In a good way, yeah.
They just want to be close.
And that seems to be the thing, right? Like, they're not just big and strong. They're
emotionally intelligent, too.
Right. They thrive on that, like.
Connection.
Yeah, that human interaction, like, when you have that bond.
And when you earn their trust.
It's got to be amazing.
It's really special. It is.
Okay, so for everyone listening who's, like, maybe falling for Cane Corsos here.
Yeah.
They've done their research. They found a good breeder.
Okay.
What's next? What should they look for?
Okay, so first of all,
when they finally meet these dogs,
get ready for some serious cuteness because puppies, Cane Corso puppies are adorable.
I bet.
But beyond that, you want them to be curious, playful, interacting with their litter mates.
Right. Socializing early, like we said.
Exactly.
And with people too, right?
Yes. A good breeder will have started that already.
Okay.
So don't be shy. Ask about the parents.
The parents, yeah.
Like, what are their temperaments like?
Because that matters. Those puppies are...
Genetics are important, yes.
Yeah, inheriting those traits.
Yeah, for sure. And remember, this is a long-term thing.
Bringing a Cane Corso into your life.
It's a commitment.
It's not just, oh, cute puppy.
No, this is years of this dog being part of your family.
So if you're ready for that.
Yes.
If you're ready to put the time and the work.
The love.
That these amazing dogs deserve.
Yes.
Maybe a Cane Corso is right for you.
Maybe it is.
That's awesome.
I'm getting excited just thinking about it.
Me too. Me too. They sound amazing.
They are pretty great.
Well, everyone, there you have it.
That's the Cane Corso.
Our deep dive into the world of Cane Corsos. We busted some myths.
We did.
Explored their needs.
Their quirks, yeah.
Hopefully give you a glimpse into
the
heart and soul of this.
Often misunderstood.
Yes, misunderstood breed.
They're so much more than just a guard dog.
Right, exactly.
They're complex. They're amazing.
Well said.
So whether you're ready to adopt one right now, or you're just curious about dogs,
keep learning.
Yes, knowledge is power.
It really is, especially with dog ownership.
100%.
Well, on that note,
until next time,
happy diving.
Happy diving.